Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
No, I'm not that.
But I was hoping since departments and all this. Actually, they went across the street. It doesn't.
No.
Eventually we'll need that. I don't know, the more
You want to be the number one now?
yeah, that was my only thought.
How you doing? That thing is way up in the almost in the garage. Not too bad.
My thing is, everybody wear to come up with alternatives.
Did you ever wash the inside? I bet. I can't imagine. What's the best thing I would know? No, but that's what, yeah, no, right. There's a lot.
Hey, Cody, I'll start with We will call to order the regular city council meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we begin with roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Detterman. Seeley.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Oberon.
Here.
Mussman.
Here.
Kearns.
Here. Thank you. Public hearings. We will convene a public hearing concerning an ordinance amending City Code Section 159.027 parentheses B parentheses 3 parentheses A parentheses 1 pertaining to design features in the Liberty Square overlay zone. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
We have not, Your Honor.
Is there any citizens that are in the room or online that would like to address this public hearing? Any council members that would like to address the public hearing? I will just say that I've actually talked to 3 people, one that owns property, 2 business owners along there that are extremely happy that we're looking to make this change, and they're excited. The one guy wants a drive-through still, and I told him we're going to look at the rest of the overlay down the road. But
When are we gonna start doing that?
We're already looking at drive-through.
Okay, so are you already working on some stuff? Okay.
So I told him at the moment, this is the change we're looking at we're gonna look at more down the road, and hopefully we can get that whole corridor rolling, so.
Yeah, so we have looked, because we had a couple of people ask us about some really cool new drive-through options, but then we also say, why couldn't that be an area with 18,000 cars every day have a drive-through? So I think what we do is in the spring, instead of just doing that individually, we just, like we talked about, let's do the whole thing and see if it needs to stay or go or be modified to move forward.
Right, so,
And we're gonna
Oh,
leverage,
like
yeah, we're gonna
stay
leverage.
or just get rid of it
Yep, yep.
altogether? Okay.
Yep.
And then we gotta look at the zoning too, because the
Yes,
zoning's one.
and that's what Dan Fox is saying too. It basically, first phase is if you were to remove it completely and everything just falls back into normal zoning.
Yep.
Do you want
Well,
anything, is that all fine, or do you have to make some changes to that?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, because we really need to vision what we're thinking, because in some of those areas, I see those shop-type buildings, you know, where
Oh, yep.
it's a, like, you know, HVAC company, plumber.
No, but you have
electrician.
15 or 20
Yeah.
people working in
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
yeah, so, that's feedback I received on that, so I just wanted to make sure you all knew that. Is there anything else for the public hearing? All right, hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Seeley,
Thank you, Your Honor. I move the council consider an ordinance for the first time.
please read the title.
An ordinance amending City Code Section 159.027B3A1 pertaining to design features in the Liberty Sway Overlay Zone.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
Your Honor, I move the council waive the two prior reading requirements of Iowa Code Section 380.3 and place the ordinance on its final passage for adoption.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to waive the two prior reading requirement of Iowa Code Section 380.3 and place this on its final passage. That requires a three-quarter vote of the council. Can we please have roll call on that motion?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
All right, that motion passes to waive the two prior reading requirement, put this on its final passage. We have the original motion and second for the ordinance itself. Is there any discussion on the ordinance? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman. Kern.
Yes.
All right, audience comment section, Mr. Betzinger. You're my only yellow card.
And here he is, folks.
Robert Betzinger, I'm a citizen of Clinton. Today I went down to get an application. I'd like to be on that Home Rule Charter Review Commission. Now, I'm serving on two, the problem is I'm on two commissions already. This commission's gonna be like a year, I think. And the other commissions I'm on, they've got several years to expire, and I would have to resign, which I would, but they told me I had to resign to even to apply for it, but I think for, and not just for myself, for other people who may on do commissions, I mean, it's automatic if you're appointed, you'd have to resign, and I don't know if I'm gonna be appointed, and if I was applying for a job, I'm gonna keep the job I got till I got the other one, but what I would say, it would be nice if it was, you know, pending my appointment, because I don't know if I'm gonna be appointed, that I would resign. That's, I think, and I just want to be, that for anybody that wanted that. And that is dear to my heart, because I was on that original commission, but anyway, that's all I have to say.
Okay, I'll work with our attorney and see what the process for that is.
You're not just doing,
So-
I don't want to just think it's for me. It's for anybody else that may be out there that would like to do that, and
Sure.
they wouldn't want to give it up. And, you know, even if, you know, well, I've made my point anyway.
Since it's not on the agenda,
I understand that.
this is the first time we're doing this, so we'll get a legal opinion on that, and then we can get back to
What's the
you.
deadline on that thing?
January 3rd.
Okay.
So we'll talk to legal, and
That's
we'll
a whole year away.
I'll get back with you right away. Yeah,
Well, thank you, and then having a happy.
but we appreciate you bringing that up. It's probably something we
Have a
maybe
Merry
should
Christmas,
consider.
everybody.
but-
Yeah, and what Bob talks about, there's a resolution from 1996 that basically says that if you're on two boards and commissions already, you must resign from one of those before applying.
Okay,
So we need to make sure that Pat can take a look at that for us.
we'll run through that, and then we'll get back with you. All right, thank you, Bob. All right. Councilmember Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented on the attachment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
5J, I'd like to pull.
Anything else for the consent agenda from the council? Can we have roll call on the balance of the consent agenda, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Musman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Seeley?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll make a motion. We receive, approve, and place on file claims claims list for 12/19/24.
We have a motion and a second. I think, is that one item on here?
Yeah, we need to have that
Okay.
pulled out.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't remember where it's at and the
It's
exact
the
amount.
very first page.
Very first page. So the 23,234.10 for the upfitting on the command vehicle, that was already approved on the claims listing at the last meeting. So would recommend a motion from council to amend the claims and take that out, so we're not approving it twice.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so we have,
Discussion.
hold on
So,
one second.
yeah, we just want to make sure, Chief Mike, is that we were under the impression that we had the Tahoe on there, even though it said 73K, but was the 23K for the communication set on there as well, on the first one? Sorry. Surprise.
My question, Fire Chief. I believe that Sarah changed that claims listing to where it was just the 49,905 for the Tahoe.
So
I didn't- I
the claims
pulled-
listing I signed had the 73 on it, so.
Okay.
And it
Yeah,
has it in
yeah.
the minutes as well. I looked at it.
Yeah,
Correct,
so
yeah.
you're good.
So it's already been approved, so we should be,
You're already good.
You're
to go.
fine. We're not taking it away. We just don't want to have it
No, I
on
know.
two claims lists.
yeah.
Yeah, I just thought she said she was changing it, so.
Well,
That's why,
okay.
that's why I submitted the second one.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
gotcha.
no problem,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So.
You're good, though.
So we have a motion and a second to amend the claims listing and remove that item out of there. Can we have?
4241.
Yep, can we have roll call on that?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Musman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Okay, now the rest of the claims listing, is there any discussion on the claims listing? All right, can we have roll call on the claims as amended?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Musman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Oberon.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution confirming city council appointments for 2025. I move that this resolution be adopted as presented.
Second.
Didn't think I was gonna get a second. We have a motion and a second. All right, who's mad at me?
Is everybody happy?
I just have one change.
Okay,
As we're going forward with the Convention and Visitor Bureau discussion / tourism discussion,
yep,
it's no longer going to be the CVB, it's going to be the TPD, which is the Tourism and Placement Division
okay.
of Grow Clinton. So just, just.
We can change that on there.
Yeah, just
Okay,
kind of I mean, we're looking forward to a month from now, and that's what it's going to be a month from now. Or
Sure.
Okay.
whenever that's going to get approved, so.
so just thoughts on some of these. The money stuff, I tried to split everybody up, like Councilmember Shemmers brought up to me a while back, so I kind of rotated people as much as I could. There's some things that people stayed on, because if it's in your ward, I think it's important that you stay on that board, like the SMID, that one specifically, like, I don't know, I just think it's a good idea to keep it in there. So if some of your names stayed on those things, that's why, and then I tried to rotate everybody on stuff that I didn't think they were on before. I did keep some folks, I talked to a few people. Councilmember Shemmers wanted to stay on solid waste, so we left him there. He does a good job. I think Greg does a great job with the baseball club with his history and his background, so we left him there. So that's kind of what I thought there. If we need to make any changes, I'm open to that. It doesn't, it's okay with me. And I tried to be cognizant of the folks that have the day jobs on meetings that would maybe not conflict with that too, if I could help. So, because I understand that challenge too, so. All right, all good?
All good.
Perfect. Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Detterman.
Thank you, Your Honor. A resolution to establish a public hearing for the 2024 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, application for downtown revitalization funding. Move that it be adopted as presented.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion on setting this public hearing?
We do have Liz online. Your Honor.
Oh,
Oh.
Liz, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Oh, you're muted,
You're
ma'am.
muted. Liz, you're muted.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, this resolution in public hearing is for the updating the public needs assessment that is required for all CBDG grants. They have to be less than, or a year old, and the last one we did was.
Liz, we're still on 6C. The needs assessment one is the next item.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is for the community development block grant application for downtown? Or were you waiting
Yeah.
for the needs one?
Yeah, they're tied together.
Okay, all right.
So they're both for an application in process, basically, and we have to set a public hearing to meet the requirements of the CBDG.
Got it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Any questions for Liz on this one? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Yes. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Mussman.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution to establish a public hearing for the City of Clinton Community Development and Housing Needs Assessment. I move that it be adopted as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Liz, did you have more for this one?
Nope, not really. We just
Nope.
have to update everything.
Awesome. All right. Any discussion on this item? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Yes. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Kearns.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution authorizing ECIA to assist with a grant application for a Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, for downtown revitalization funding for the Ankeny and State Farm buildings. I move it be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Go ahead.
And they're really helping us out. We also are leveraging the talents of Paul Newman, not the famous actor, but the famous architect. He's actually working with the folks at the State Farm building on re-imaging their front facade. And he helped also with the Ankeny building one. They're going to tidy it up and make sure. And Dan LeBlanco was actually down here a couple days ago taking updated pictures, because one of the biggest things on these is you have to show basically the nuisance spots of the buildings. You have to really be able to show that they're in poor condition to be able to get it. Of course, very competitive. This is why we're having these two again, but this is also why we're bundling, because it's State Farm building. So, bundle and save.
Bundle Rooster. All right, any other discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Yes. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
You're coming
Yes.
down the line.
All right, thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
Councilmember Detterman.
Thank you, Your Honor. A resolution establishing a public hearing for the rezoning of the 2500 block of Liberty Avenue. Move that it be adopted as presented.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
I had a few people that asked, and I always remind them, this is the gravel road.
Gravel road,
Next
yes.
to Highway 30, not Liberty Square. Yeah.
All right, any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution to establish a public hearing for the rezoning of 2586 Liberty Avenue. I move that it be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Oberon.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution to establish a public hearing for the proposed vacation of an alley behind 1247 9th Avenue South. Move this resolution be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion on this?
So I don't know if you guys saw the minutes from the planning commission, but they recommended denial. This area, if I could put it in a visual, if you're over by George, help me, oh, Josh left, over by the community college, 9th Avenue South, there is behind there, and the very first house wanted it vacated, which would not allow anybody to get back on the other side. There is a barricade at the other end, but that barricade's been there for years. I don't see it removing. We don't necessarily have a purpose, but the planning commission just felt that it would not serve the best purpose of vacating that and not allowing folks to be able to get to their yards.
So we still go through the public hearing
Yeah.
process and all that
Check.
stuff? Yep. Okay.
All right. Any other discussion on this? Again, we're just setting a public hearing.
Yep.
All right. Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Shemmers.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution setting date of a public hearing on a proposed amendment number 3 to the Lincoln Way Industrial Rail and Air Park Urban Renewal Plan in the city of Clinton, state of Iowa. I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion on this?
So you guys remember, you gotta go way back in the memory, but what we did was, we used to have an urban renewal area, or urban renewal area there, and we started taking stuff out as it was purchased, and this is what we're doing. So this is the purchase that will come to you. I think we're gonna look at setting public hearing on January 14th and hold the public hearing January 28th for the sale of this 34.9 acres, but what we're doing is pulling it out of here for that.
So when?
Yes, I mean, I'll give you updates. I got closer to where you guys wanted me to, so hopefully you're happy.
All right. Any other discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Mussman,
Thank you, Your Honor. I have an ordinance for the third consideration and adoption.
please read the title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 134.01 curfew of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Clinton, Iowa. I move that it be adopted as presented.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Shemmers,
Thank you, Your Honor. I have an ordinance for a third consideration and adoption.
please read the title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 111 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Clinton, Iowa pertaining to cigarette, tobacco, alternative nicotine, vapor, and device sales permits.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Kearns,
Thank you, Your Honor. I have I move the council consider ordinance for the second time.
please read the title.
An ordinance amending City Code Chapters 32, City Organization Commissions and Committees, 150, Dangerous Buildings, 154, Building and Housing Codes, 150 and 155, Property Maintenance, to update references to building and neighborhood services, excuse me, the Clinton Fire Department and Community Development.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I move the council waive the prior two readings of the Iowa Code Section 380.3 and place the ordinance on its final passage for adoption.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to waive the two prior reading requirement of Iowa Code Section 380.3 and place this on its final passage. That requires a three-quarter vote of the entire council. Can we please have roll call on that motion?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
I missed
Yes.
that one.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Motion passes to waive the two prior reading requirement of Iowa Code Section 380.3. We have the original motion and second for the ordinance. Is there any discussion on the ordinance itself? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Shemmers?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution appointing Tammy Johnson as the Community Development Director for the City of Clinton, Iowa. I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second. Discussion. Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Summers.
Yes.
Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
All right, and then council, talking with Pat O'Connell, it looks like 6N, we do not need to do that resolution, so we're going to move that from the agenda. There's just one thing that we noticed, and that's going to be brought up in the discussion as we go through all the department heads in the code. There's one sentence in there that we want to look at, but it's in each one of them, so we're going to go back and look at that at a future date. So right now, we're going to remove 6N from the agenda and go on to unfinished business. That would be 5J. Cody Seeley?
Oh, yep. So did everybody review this, 5J? Okay. So this is a mutual aid agreement. Lisa had reached out to Chance to try to get some information, but was unsuccessful. I had some questions pertaining to what school districts in the county this mutual aid agreement will be for, and a little more clarification on how the costs, you know, that we incur will be paid for and stuff like that. And then I asked the mayor about this too, because he sits on the Emergency Management Commission. Did you have any comments?
This is not a discussion topic that I remember having. It was on the last agenda.
It was?
It was not.
Okay.
No.
So I did mention to Matt, I kind of would like to pull this and get a little information. I wouldn't even mind if Chance came and explained some things to us on this, so we can get a nice clear picture before we move forward. So that's my thoughts on that.
Good.
Is that a motion?
Yes, that's my motion.
I'll second your motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Are we postponed until a date certain, or you're just,
Well, I guess it depends.
I guess,
when he,
yeah.
our Chance gets back to Lisa, and then maybe see if he can come give some information. Okay. And then we can just put it on an agenda.
okay, all right. Councilmember Oberon.
My question is, I guess I misread what we're doing here, because I thought we already had these mutual aid agreements.
So I asked
mean,
Lisa that, and she said this was a new agreement for the schools.
Schools
Oh,
and
yeah.
transportation.
All right,
and
so the schools are now going, the
Yeah.
proposal, if I
Yeah.
will, is that the schools now be part of this mutual aid
Yeah, that's what I gathered.
program.
So, you know,
All right,
like,
so I'm with you then. I kind of misinterpreted this, that this was something that we were already doing and
that was
going
kind of what
forward.
yeah, if it was something we were just kind of renewing and
Yeah.
I'd already been doing, I was like, well, that's not, but Lisa did clarify for me. And, you know,
Okay,
like,
okay,
for instance,
all right.
Cal Wheat is in Wheatland, which is, you know, a 50-minute.
Yes, yeah.
So we have some, so I kind of wanted a better understanding. I guess one of my concerns is, you know, the taxpayers of Clinton are obviously paying for the fire department to operate. So I want to make sure that we're being compensated in a manner that reflects our time involvement. That way it's fair use of the taxpayer dollars.
And from a point of view is that this is more of a
Yeah.
county program.
Kind of.
than it
So
is of a
this
city
almost
program,
leads
so-
into, do you have a countywide fire district?
Exactly.
Instead of a
I mean,
city?
now we're going down
Yes.
a
We're not
path
getting
here.
paid for it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
It
no
says
party
right there,
shall.
no party shall
Okay,
be
so,
required to
and
reimburse.
it's confusing, though. The language is confusing because it goes on and talks about 8 hours, and then there's a charge later on. So,
Because it says each party shall pay its own cost for responding to calls for
yeah,
assistance.
so I just want some, I don't think it's, I think we can pull the reins a little bit, get some more information, and then move forward.
I'm with
how we
you.
see
Now,
fit.
now that I hear all these other pieces, I guess I misinterpreted it. I thought this was, you know, just.
Something we were
something
doing
we
already
were-
and
we were
renewing.
doing
Yep.
already.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right,
okay. Well, thank you for that clarification.
we good? All right, so we have a motion and a second to postpone this. Any other discussion on that? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Summers. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
All right. Councilmember Oberon.
Move we adjourn to 5 PM, January 14th, 2025.
Second.
We're adjourned.
And remember, you have Christmas trees to read. One side is the city departments, the other side is the city of Clinton. And then, this looks crazy, but if you flip to the calendar, you're gonna be able to see and lay that out. And he and I worked on making sure that we hit all those days. We just asked you to take it when you're hanging out, having a eggnog over the holidays, take a look at it. I bolded, though, on the front, all the council meetings that actions takes place, along with CIP is in purple, budget's in green, and then blue is everything the state tells us we have to do.
Perfect.
So you guys can see that,
That's beautiful.
because somebody got it.
That's a beautiful job.
that?
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, I could email, if you guys like, I could email you if that's easier. Okay,
I looked at it as, if the timeline gets sent out to everybody, then they're all in.
yes.